All right, I think we have a line for the hardest fight in the game. It's complicated as heck. It has a diverging path that has a very low odds of happening, but we just hope to God it doesn't happen, essentially. This is the squad we are going to bring. Okay, so, again, the fight we're about to do is considered the hardest fight in the game. From the person that made the game. Dekzeh made this game. And he said, this is the hardest fight in the game. It has a team of demons that it's a very interesting double battle strategy that we are pretty much just trying to force not to happen. Now, for the last couple of weeks, we have been under-leveling our Pokemon. Or we haven't been leveling our Pokemon up to the level cap specifically for these gym battles. And that is because you cannot pre-damage inside of gyms. Because before battles, it heals you to full HP. It heals all your statuses, heals your power points. So, here's what we're looking at. We have Hot Pot at level 81, not at the level cap, because Hot Pot needs to be on low enough HP during the battle to bait certain attacks. And at level 85, it's too strong. And the AI, opposing AI, sees that it doesn't kill me. So, if we're level 81, it shows that it can kill me and it'll bait attacks more consistently. This was one of the most delicate dances of leveling and items. We have a Hydreigon with the black glasses. It has Dark Pulse. Excellent. We have Garlic, level 85 with a Life Orb. It has Fake Out and Sucker Punch. We have Hot Pot with an Oranberry. That is the only item that this works with. It's never actually going to attack, I believe. It's just to take a hit. We have Escargot with Metal Coat at level 85. We have Vegemite the Kangaskhan with a Roa Berry, Fake Out, Last Resort. And we have P the Gliscopod with a Citrus Berry. Citrus Berry shouldn't matter. It's there in, like, an extreme emergency. If we need to potentially emergency exit a second time. That's the squad. I'm nervous. But I think we just have to send it. Okay, send it. Let's go. Battles hinge on the strength of your spirit. Weak-willed will never win. The roads you have traveled, what you have experienced, come up with everything you've learned. Psychic Preston and Psychic Mora. The hardest fight in the game. Noivern and Sylveon. So, the gimmick for this fight is pretty simple. Sylveon has Misty Explosion, and Noivern has Telepathy. The ability Telepathy, so it won't get hit by that explosion. Noivern also has Tailwind. So, Sylveon will be trying to... It has the idea that, I need to explode every turn. I need to explode. I need to explode. So, basically, Noivern in the back of its mind is like, boom, 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 boom. Because there's no downside, right? It has a Fairy Gem. So, Misty Explosion, it just nukes everything on the field. It's brutal. But, Acai, actually, it has another move other than Misty Explosion. It has Hyper Voice. It also has Protect, but hopefully we won't see that. Acai dies to Hyper Voice. So, Sylveon, instead of exploding, has to use Hyper Voice. Because it sees a kill, it has to use it. Noivern does not see a kill on any of my Pokemon. So, it has to use Tailwind. Because one of my Pokemon is faster than Sylveon. We're expecting a Hyper Voice from Sylveon and a Tailwind from Noivern. That means we can Draco Meteor to kill Noivern. Because it's going to Tailwind and it's not going to attack. And we can Fake Out Sylveon to prevent it from using that Hyper Voice. So we Fake it out. We can't get a Tailwind off. Garlic has to be holding a Life Orb. There's the Tailwind from Noivern. One turn. And now Acai drops a Draco. And Noivern goes down. So now Tailwind is up, so they're just going to outspeed me. Gardevoir outspeeds and sees a kill on Hydreigon. Sylveon also sees a kill on Hydreigon. So again, Sylveon cannot explode, and it has to use Hyper Voice on Acai. It also has... And Gardevoir has to use Moonblast on Acai because it sees that it kills. Gardevoir also has Telepathy. So if Sylveon exploded, it wouldn't take any damage. But we're baiting a Hyper Voice here. So for turn 2, we will switch Hydreigon to Torkoal. And Torkoal is going to take a Hyper Voice, and it's going to take a Moonblast. And Garlic is going to switch to Escavalier to take the other side of the Hyper Voice. Now, there's an interesting quirk with this fight that is a part of Run Bun. I think this is all correct. There's an interesting part. So, Gardevoir is going to use Moonblast. Hot Pot loses a bunch of HP. Special attack fell. That's totally fine. Hyper Voice is going to hit Hot Pot, and then it's going to hit Escargot. The Fairy Gem only boosts that first hit right there. Escargot will not get hit with the boosted Fairy Gem. Apparently. It's all gonna get a normal thing. Now, you can see Hot Pot held an Oranberry. Hot Pot held an Oranberry because it needed to be in kill range of both Hyper Voice without the gem and Gardevoir's Moonblast. We need to bait the attacks on Gardevoir again. And Sylveon. Because if Sylveon doesn't see a kill, it can explode. So Hot Pot is at an HP range that Hyper Voice will kill. And Gardevoir also sees a kill with Moonblast again. And they don't see a kill on Escargot, which is important. And yeah, we need to also be high enough HP that we don't bait Icy Wind from Gardevoir. Because... So, that's why we held the Oranberry. A Citrus Berry healed us out of range of a guaranteed Hyper Voice killing. So, Sylveon sees guaranteed Hyper Voice is going to kill. It has to use it. So, Hot Pot is going to switch to Golisopod, and Golisopod is going to take the Moonblast. And Escavalier is perfectly safe this turn, other than taking a little bit of a Hyper Voice. And Escavalier will be able to kill this Gardevoir in a single hit with its Metal Coat Iron Head. So we're going to be killing the Gardevoir now. I believe that's all correct. The gem has been used. We're safe. This is going to be turn 3 of Tailwind ending. Both of these Pokemon have shell armor, so they cannot get crit, which leaves them at a more consistent HP than we otherwise would have been able to ensure. So, Hot Pot is going to switch into P. P is going to take a Moonblast. It's going to go below half HP. Which will activate its emergency exit. And we will then switch into... We will then exit to Kecleon, who will be taking a Hyper Voice. As well as Escargot. Because Garlic is able to take it pretty well. Yeah. Okay, so... Hyper Voice goes through. Garlic takes a hit. Escargot takes a hit. And now Escargot is going to kill Gardevoir. Gardevoir goes down. Now, there's only one Pokemon left on this person's team. And that is Miss Magius. So Miss Magius is going to come out. And now... This is where the risk starts to take place. Sylveon does not see a kill, I believe. Sylveon does not see a kill on Kecleon anymore. It doesn't see a kill at all. which means that it could either use Misty Explosion or it could use Protect, which is a little dangerous. There is something that can go wrong if it chooses to use Protect. If we see Protect, there is a universe where we lose a bunch of something. It goes terribly, terribly wrong. It could lead to another Pokemon. It could lead to a Drifblim later in the battle getting an Omni Boost and doing a lot of damage to us. No Protect from Sylveon we need to see. So the thing is, Mismagius is a Ghost type, so it you'll see why it's a Ghost type in a minute. But it has a Focus Sash, so I can't kill it in one hit. So what we have to do is we have to fake out the Sylveon. We have to fake out the Sylveon. And Mismagius sees a kill on... Mismagius sees a kill on a Scavalier with Mystical Fire. And only Mystical Fire. So, we will fake out Sylveon and hope it doesn't Protect. And Escargot, because we know that Mismagius is going to use Mystical Fire, we will switch in Vegemite, like Kangaskhan, to take the Mystical Fire. It didn't Protect, which means that, in theory, we should have a guaranteed win now. Because Mystical Fire hits Kangaskhan, the Roat Berry activates, which deals 12.5% of Mismagius' damage to itself. The Tailwind runs out, and now Mismagius will be attacking us. Oh my goodness. Okay. Yes. This is great. Okay. So now we can kill Mismagius with a Sucker Punch. We kill Mismagius with a Sucker Punch now. And because Vegemite just got into battle, we can fake out Sylveon to guarantee it doesn't move. If it uses Protect, it doesn't even matter anymore. It's taken enough damage. We needed to hit it with at least 2 fake outs. So, we will fake out now, and Mismagius is going to go down thanks to the Sucker Punch. Garlic. Sucker Punches. Kills Mismagius. And now that whole side is defeated. Now it's going to be 2v1s for the rest of the fight. Tailwind is gone. Sylveon flinches. So now Garlic will switch out to Hydreigon, who's there in the beginning of the battle to bait the Hyper Voice. And Vegemite, because it only has Fake Out and Last Resort, is now able to use Last Resort, outspeeding and killing the Sylveon. As Vegemite outspeeds and kills this Sylveon with Last Resort. Alright. And now you get to see the rest of the Pokemon in the back, which is why this fight is so devious. The next Pokemon we get to see is the Drifblim. Drifblim also has Explosion, but not only that, it has the Unburden ability. So when its item is gone, its speed is doubled. Not only that, but it has a weakness policy. So if it gets hit with a super effective move, the weakness policy goes away, and its attack stats double. The most messed up part about this is the AI has Shadow Sneak on both Gardevoir and Mismagius, and it will Shadow Sneak its own Drifblim to double its speed and double its attack to sweep your whole team. Which is why we killed the other side first. Because now it can't use its weakness policy, and it will simply die to a Dark Pulse from Acai. Because Acai outspeeds by a couple points and kills with Dark Pulse with Black Glasses. And Vegemite will sit here and use Last Resort again. So, we kill the Drifblim, it goes down. And that's not even the worst Pokemon in the battle. The worst Pokemon in the battle is this Metagross, which also has Explosion and also has a weakness policy. And again, they will use Shadow Sneak on the Metagross to double its stats to make it an absolute monster. It also has Bullet Punch, it has Zen Headbutt Meteor Mash, and the Mismagius also has Psych Up. So after it doubles the stats of its friend, it can Psych Up to copy those stats and become an absolute monster. But this Metagross by itself, without Tailwind up, is slower than both Kangaskhan and Acai. And a Dark Pulse Last Resort combo kills. And that's the first trainer of the Tate and Liza gym. First trainers. So there was a 1 in 2,000 chance that Sylveon used Protect twice in a row before it died, which meant that we didn't get the extra fake out damage, which meant that Last Resort didn't guaranteed kill it, which means we would have had to deal extra damage with a Sucker Punch on Kecleon, and then that could have led to Drifloon coming in first, and it could use Silver Wind on Kecleon as we switch to something else, and it could have gotten an Omni Boost and outsped my entire team, and then something could have happened. It didn't happen. But there goes the battle, bro. We did it. We freaking did it. We took out all the support Pokemon first and just held it hostage. That was a pretty... That line felt pretty nice, honestly. Pretty elegant line there. On to the next fight, I suppose, huh? Man, I mean, just look at the notes for that battle. Just look at these notes. We had to, like, figure out exactly how much we're at end of turn. Like... Man. Alright, tab in. It is time for the second gym battle. Again, our under-leveling, not leveling to level cap, is coming in handy because Dumpling is level 74 right now, and that is the perfect level to die. Or at least for the AI to think you're gonna die. If Peachout can do it first try, so can you. Peachout did it on the 5th try! Ah! Okay, another double battle in Tate and Liza's gym. This double battle is a Trick Room team. Trick Room team. So, we will be... there are a bunch of slow Pokemon, and there's 4 Pokemon that know Trick Room. So, what we're going to do, first turn, is we are going to fake out the Porygon 2. And Licorice will be switched into Dumpling. Now, Dumpling is level 74, you'll notice. It's under-leveled, so the AI thinks it can kill it. Because we couldn't pre-damage. Little bit of a weird turn here, though, because I can kill their Berserker, and their Berserker has Fake Out. It's like, I gotta fake out this Tofu. I gotta fake out their Tofu, or else it's gonna kill me. The thing is, that wasn't the goal of that turn at all, so it's just a wasted Fake Out now. Jeez, that was... Seriously? That was a Fake Out. Why did Fake Out do that much? Anyway, it's fine. Stupid, dude. Berserker's crazy. Anyways, that one turn for Tofu, that little bit of chip damage from Tofu, allows it to kill Porygon 2 this turn with a close combat now. So it's going to kill Porygon 2 with a close combat, and Berserker is now going to get a taste of his own medicine, and I'm going to fake out Berserker to waste his turn. So yeah, Porygon 2 dies here. As we fake out Berserker. Cool. So, that is one Trick Room Pokemon down. Porygon 2. Tricky. Anyways. Does that matter? Let me double check if that matters. That does not matter. Okay. Oof. Anyways, that should be Jellicent coming in. So Jellicent came in because it sees that it kills Tofu, because the outside Pokemon look at the outside and the inside Pokemon look at the inside. But now that Jellicent is in, it can see all of the Pokemon. And so it's like, wait a minute. That Dumpling is holding an Iron Ball. And speed stat is still fine. Yeah, okay. That Togedemaru is holding an Iron Ball. I'm faster than it, and I can kill it. And Berserker is also saying, wait a minute. That Dumpling is holding an Iron Ball. I can just simply kill it with close combat. And so that's what it's going to do, because they both think they can outspeed and kill. So what we're going to do is we are going to switch Hitmonlee to Torterra, Sprout. And Dumpling, it's acting like, yeah, they think it's weak, right? It ain't weak. It's got Spiky Shield. So they're going to double up on my Dumpling, and they're not going to get a single damage through this turn. In fact, I'm going to deal damage to them. Because, yeah, I can just Spiky Shield. Is we take a Hydro Pump in a close combat on Dumpling. Bang, bang. Says the pump. Bang, protected itself. There's a close combat. Bang, protected itself. Idiots. And now, they're gonna do the same thing again this turn. Because they're like, we still see a kill. We gotta do it. We gotta attack them. But my Sprout, the fastest turtle in all the land, can just one-shot Jellicent with Woodhammer. And Berserker is still going to close combat my Dumpling, so you know what? We just need to switch on a Pokemon that can take a close combat, and that's Licorice. Licorice takes a close combat pretty nice. So there's the Woodhammer. Bang! Jellicent down. And Berserker goes for the close combat here. Hits my Burb. Youch! Another critical hit. Man, every attack this Berserker has done is critical hit. That's crazy. Doesn't matter. So my bird, my Corviknight, and my Torterra outspeed both of these Pokemon, because again, it's a Trick Room team that hasn't used Trick Room yet. So we're going to Earthquake, which doesn't hit Licorice. And Earthquake will kill Berserker because it's used close combat. And it will deal about 42% to Hatterene. And I just realized Hatterene can use Protect. Does that screw up our line at all? No. No, it doesn't. It will always Trick Room over Protect. It's safe. It can't Protect because it'll always Trick Room over Protect. Okay. So yeah, now we're going to Earthquake to kill Berserker. And we will Smart Strike to finish off the Hatterene, who is going to use a move that is not Protect, right? 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 Right. Alright, and here's the double kill. Bang! Hatterene down! Doesn't affect Licorice. Bang! Berserker down! And now, Rampardos comes in because it's like, oh frick. I can kill Licorice. And it can't kill me. So there's Rampardos. And now it's a Trick Room team without Trick Room. And the thing is, Sprout outspeeds and also just kills with Woodhammer. So, actually, you know what? We could Earthquake and Smart Strike instead. We could do that. Is there any reason we don't need... Why don't we just Earthquake and Smart Strike? Just for fun. I could switch to Hydreigon early. Right? I think I switch to Hydreigon early to save a turn. Yeah? Because then I can just Dark Pulse on the turn that it uses Trick Room and then fake out Dark Pulse skills. Are we steering? No, I'm just trying to save one turn in this battle by thinking for a really long time, I guess. Yeah, whatever. I trust myself. Alright, I forgot to plan out the last of this battle, but I figured the 1v2s are not that complicated. Rampardos dies. Sprout takes some damage. And now the last Pokemon, Bronzong, comes out. And Bronzong does, in fact, have Trick Room. So, I don't know, Sprout switches out, I guess. Yeah, Sprout will switch out to Vegemite. And Acai will just kill with Dark Pulse 0% of the time. As I believe it's guaranteed to use Trick Room. So the Trick Room team finally uses Trick Room. Yo! It used Trick Room! This is huge! The Trick Room team used Trick Room! So yeah, now we just fake out and kill it with Dark Pulse, because it doesn't matter if Trick Room's up. Yeah. Yeah, we just have priority, which... So it's just gone. We could have actually just left... we could have left Torterra and Corviknight in, and could have done a 4 Pokemon battle, but switching in Vegemite and Acai saved like 8 turns, so... We figured might as well save 8 turns. Because you could just like Synthesis and Roost, but... It's fine! It's good. Another riskless fight. Like, actually riskless, though. You know what, chat? It's been 8 hours. We did 3 battles today. Pretty good progress, but this is an easy fight that we'll save for the start of the next stream.